We're not doing the Roto Show today. Happy Friday and happy 10.7 for Final Cut update. We finally got the update. Yeah, let me know where you guys are watching from, what time it is, what are you guys doing, what are you guys working on? Are you guys already in the weekend? Happy Friday to everybody. Vernam, hello to you. Yeah, today I wanted to go over the big update that came. Was it a big update? It was okay. It was something that we're asking for, so they are listening. Final Cut Pro, the Final Cut Pro team is listening. Nice. St. Petersburg, 10 p.m. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah, we're gonna do some. I want to talk about some things, because there's already things that I found currently. Oh, what's going on here? It's telling me my video resolution is too high. I don't know if I can change it midstream. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Open widget. Let's see. Oh, no. Let's see. Can I switch it? No, I can't. Oh, well. Does it look good? Am I looking good? Does it sound good? Let's see if we can keep this going. I'm getting flashes from YouTube. Let me know how I sound. Let me know how it is. If I need to restart it, then I'll restart it. That's fine. All good. But yeah, I wanted to talk about Final Cut Pro 10.7. They introduced a few things. It wasn't anything too crazy. It wasn't anything spectacular is what I wanted to say, but yet it is in the right direction. So I want to talk about 10.7 and beyond, and the feeling that I get when it comes to Final Cut Pro and what Apple is actually thinking. So I do want to bring up the timeline. So let's do that first. We're gonna do some giveaways, and we're gonna do some giveaways and some prizes from Motion VFX and from myself too. So we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, let's dive into Final Cut and see. Am I pushing the? Yeah, there we go. Screen share, and let me know if anything sounds too nutty and too loud. I can reduce it and we can make it work. All right, looks good and sounds good. Thank you for that. So one of the very first things that Apple released, I don't know if we can see the settings. Yeah, we can. Okay, good. So they have scroll timeline continuously during playback. So this is a big thing. This is something that people were really hoping for and wanting. Let's see. Does that show up? No, it doesn't show up. And for me, I'm not a huge fan of the scrolling timeline. I like it, but it wasn't a necessity. If you had Command Post, you were actually able to enable it for quite some time. So I was used to working with it, and it's good. But I have one. Can I bring myself up? Where's myself? Allow myself to. Hey, there I am. So one of the things that I found annoying about it, like instantly was annoyed. It's not an annoyance. Well, maybe it's annoyance. But one of the things that I found is when you play. I'm just gonna turn this down. So it's all good. And one of the things that I like doing is while I'm editing, if I notice an edit, I like to live. Oh, it's not going to let me do it because it's okay. Sorry, I have to chop you up, Aaron. Okay, it's fine. I'll just go here. No, I can't do that. Okay, duplicating that. So one of the things that I like doing let's just move this into the center. One of the things I like doing is while it's playing and after an edit, oh, I didn't notice that. I just noticed something. I just learned something. Because one of the things that was happening before was that when I would try to go to an edit point, like right here, as it was playing, and I would notice something in the edit, and I wanted to move it over, I wasn't able to do that. Why is that? What's going on? Did they already update the 10.71? No, they did not. I just learned something new. Thanks, you guys. You specifically helped me figure that out. And it's one of those things where it was an annoying thing. So thank you, Apple, for fixing that. Because yeah, it's like, as I was editing before, and when I was testing it yesterday, and I would try to move that edit, it would always catch the right side, and I was editing the wrong way. Because I like to watch the edit, and as I'm watching that, I noticed the edit, there was something wrong in the edit. Like there's a frame or a little bit of movement, like I needed 1 or 2 frames. I could do that, I could just click. But now that's scrolling, and it wasn't I swear to God, it wasn't stopping. Maybe because I updated to 14.1.2 Sonoma this morning. So there is something that changed. So I like it, but I tend to keep it off. One thing I do love is the super fast refreshing of the audio. Like having all the audio just redraw instantly. Love it. Like it's fantastic. What do you guys think? Have you guys had a moment to play with Final Cut Pro 10.7? It wasn't something that, like, because they announced it, what everything was coming down the line, what all the enhancements, all the little changes. It wasn't too, oops. It wasn't too exciting when they announced it. It's just minor improvements, the scrolling timeline. I think they had, what else did they have? So they had the connected clips into connected storylines, which is essentially, I'm just gonna really quickly just build B-roll as one would, kind of stacking it on top. And then they have, you know, you have your B-roll clips, and we've all done this. We're all building out our edits. And now they have right click and you can collapse to connected storyline. So if you do that, it collapses it, it cleans it up. This is a cleanup tool, as far as I know. However, when you open up your audio, this is one benefit. It does keep the audio, so it creates L cuts and J cuts automatically for you. So if you ever needed to go back and, let's say, lift from storyline, you could, in theory, recreate the what you had before. So you don't technically lose everything. It's still there, but it's a little bit more work. So right now, what we're gonna do, you're gonna help me out. We're actually gonna create a keyboard shortcut for that. So collapse to connected storyline. Now, what should we do as a keyboard shortcut? Do you guys do keyboard shortcuts? I love keyboard shortcuts. I have a whole video. Actually, technically, I have, where is it? Where is you? I have a whole course on everything Final Cut Pro. I just launched it today. It is my Enhanced Editing Final Cut Pro Masterclass. It's literally everything that I've learned over the last 10 years to get the most out of Final Cut Pro. We start with the most basic things and we go into everything that Final Cut Pro has to offer. I've been working on it for quite a long time. Half of this year has been dedicated to building this course. It's let's bring that up. Shall we? Why not? Where is it? Where's my enhanced? There it is. How much? Is that the question? Let's see. Can I bring up? Yes, I can. Where is Safari? Bam. There it is. Final Cut Pro Masterclass. Oh, wait, no, that's not the Masterclass. That's the basics. So I actually have two products that I launched simultaneously. There's Final Cut Pro Basics, which if you're brand new to Final Cut, this is what, this is gonna cover everything you need to do to get up to speed. But for a little bit more, you get the Masterclass, which starts with everything in the basics package and then just keeps going in. And this is something that I actually recommend for people that are very familiar with Final Cut Pro, but even watching those entry level, how to set up the browser, how to I talk about everything and the why and how and what the thinking is from a professional standpoint. So right now the course is $250, but for anyone that's watching this live stream, you have a promo code for $100 off with Enhanced 100. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Go. There's a free preview where I do a couple courses. The courses aren't YouTube optimized. They're me sitting down and going through it in detail and talking about everything that Final Cut Pro has to offer. I put everything into this course. I talk about audio, I talk about color correcting, I talk about the effects, I talk about how to optimize, even heavy effects workflows. I talk about how to set up a demo reel. There's actually two, let's go through some of the curriculum. I actually go through two big projects that I want you guys to work on, and then I'll evaluate those in the community that is in the back end of this once you sign up. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's enhancededit.com. And if you want the basics package, just click on all products. So there's a link in the description. I will be doing a DaVinci Resolve Masterclass. That's what I'm going to be starting on right after the holidays. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. But I'm going to see how this goes and get the feedback. I want to know if people are enjoying it, if I miss stuff, if how to improve it, how to add to it. And because Final Cut Pro has already been updated with some new features, I'm going to go back and add those lessons in that cover the new parts of it as well. But today I wanted to just chat about the update and about the future of Final Cut Pro. So let's get back into that. So thanks for asking about that. And let me get Final Cut Pro. There it is. Bam. All right. And yeah, this is one of the projects that we actually work on. Where is it? Let me just close that out for a second. Yeah, this is one of the projects that we work on. This is Aaron Allen. He was generous enough to let me record him in a multicam. So this is the whole multicam project, and you have access to all this footage, which is 9 or 10 different camera angles of him doing what he does. Got the drums in there, got the whole song, and this is something that you can edit, and then we can review together and just make notes and chat about it. So let's get back to making that keyboard shortcut, because that's important. I want to be able to where is it? Collapse. Now what would I want to make it? Because I think there is a keyboard shortcut that is going to be added, but what would I want? So if I do Alt down arrow, so I want this one. Yep, select Eclipse, cool. Modifier key. So it doesn't allow me to do that. So let's go, and then down. What are you going to give me? Collapse to storyline. Do I have to duplicate? I guess I got to duplicate it. Oh, let's see. So I included the LUTs and the effects also in the masterclass. For this particularly, no, like this is already, like for this footage, this is already prepped and color graded and ready to go. So you just need to edit. It's more about the multicam, but I can include the LUTs. But I'm very stingy when it comes, not stingy. I'm very like, I have a very strong opinion when it comes to LUTs. I think you should create a LUT that is very specific to the setup that you're working with. I can definitely provide the LUTs for this, but I'm not providing the log footage for this because this wasn't a color grading segment for this. Speaking of segments, I also have a whole, let me open it up. Let me see, where is it? Final Cut. Oh, gotta update it. That's the other thing about. Now, already have a damaged. Okay, not gonna deal with that right now, but I want to bring in. I want to show you guys because there's a whole other segment where we talk about a car commercial. So we work on. Where is it? If you guys have questions about the course, let me know. But yeah, we're going to do a draw because I'm actually going to give away 2 spots for the course in today's live stream. So make sure you stick around for that. There's 2 spots for the course, and it's your choice if you want the masterclass or the basics, but just go with the masterclass. That's what we're going to go with. So here are the videos. Here's the course. I'm looking for one piece of footage that I just want to share with you guys. Where is it? Yeah, I completely agree. I feel that Apple isn't just dropping Final Cut Pro. I know that they want to do more. Like, I'm very confident that the Final Cut Pro team wants to do a whole bunch of stuff. They just keep getting kind of sidelined. Like, no, just work on this. Because, like, I do feel that Apple, like the execs at Apple think like, listen, Final Cut Pro is actually, it's really good. It's stable. Don't change it too much. Don't make it crazy. Don't break it. Because they know that the flag that they get for something being wrong is way worse than when there's like a minor update. Like, people were already complaining that Apple didn't release it on Tuesday. Like, there was a whole backlash. Like, oh, Apple didn't release their update on Tuesday like they promised. But, you know, I made the joke of like, what's a worse headline? Final Cut Pro launch or update gets delayed, or Final Cut Pro melted my MacBook Pro. So if they needed to squash bugs and do that kind of stuff, then let them do that. I think people kind of lose sight of like, hey, it's a huge company that needs to make sure that everything is working as it should be, because they know the blowback for something that goes wrong is just, it's brutal. Like they don't want that. I don't think I have the drive. Anyways. Boop-a-doo. Oh, it's right here. Here we go. So yeah, so we work on this car commercial. Well, technically, you guys work on this car commercial. I just kind of tell you the thought process behind it, what we were thinking, what we wanted to achieve. You get the audio for this, you get the clips, and then you go and get to edit your own version, and you. Sorry, I got distracted by like, yes, I wish that we would get log wheels in Final Cut Pro. I think that would be fantastic. Because I know we have the color wheels, but having log wheels, and they are different. And that's why I like using Color Finale. So it's not a plug for Color Finale, but like I use that for everything because I'm able to export LUTs right out of Final Cut Pro with that plugin. Like that's another thing. I want to be able to, if I create something in the color tools in Final Cut Pro, I would love to be able to export a LUT and then just share it with people. But no, I have to use third-party plugins or go into DaVinci Resolve and recreate the look that I was going for. So there are still lots of frustrations. And with Final Cut Pro, it is by far my favorite NLE to work with. And it's mostly because it's so fast. Like I can't not use the magnetic timeline. I love using the magnetic timeline. So I will do as much of the edit in Final Cut Pro and then export it to Premiere Pro or DaVinci and then finish it when I need to pass it along to clients. If I don't need to pass it along to anyone, the whole thing is being done in Final Cut Pro, or as much as I can. Like once we get to like effects heavy stuff or 3D animation, like obviously Final Cut Pro can't really do that. But if there's like VFX work and whatnot, like obviously it's not doing that. It's like, it's an editor. So I will do the base edit. If I have to do an animatic or a bordomatic, just something that quickly lines up to a script or a voiceover, then I can just do that because I love being able to very quickly just move stuff around. Let me just create some cuts here really quickly, just so boop, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop. I love, like if I had a voiceover, so let's just detach this audio just so you can see. And I'm going to mute all this stuff. So if I'm doing like a bordermatic or, oh, I should move this stuff out of the way, huh? Make that smaller. Jeez. Self-promotion much? I'm just gonna pop that up there and pop this one up here. Make that smaller too. Get out of here. There you go. So yeah, enhance 100 to give you $100 off the course. Anyways. So let's zoom in over here. Where's my cursor? There it is. You guys do that violent shaking of the mouse when you can't find your cursor? No, just me? So, like, I love that the magnetic timeline works the way it does, where, like, I'm able to just quickly, oh, I need to go from here to here, and just keep doing that. I know that in the cut page, you can do that as well. But in the cut page, like you can't stack stuff too much where it doesn't like that. And I can't zoom out and zoom in DaVinci Resolve in the cut page. Like you have to have, like it only gives you that one section and you're locked to here. And then you have to go to the secondary timeline. So all of a sudden my eyes are moving up and down and I don't like that. Like that, it takes me out of the flow because now it's like, okay, where was I? Where am I? What am I looking at? Where it's like, if you're zoomed in on a frame, literally, and then you zoom out, your eye doesn't move. Your eye doesn't move from where it is. So you always know where you are. So I love that about the magnetic timeline. And then being able to just take this, export an XML, open the timeline right in DaVinci Resolve, do the last little bits of finishing, and then I can pass it to someone that's working on DaVinci Resolve or vice versa if I needed to do in Premiere Pro. But like everything is here. Like when you just talk about an editor, a non-linear editor, you can't beat Final Cut Pro. You just can't. Like it chews through footage like no problem. It works with 10-bit, it works with 8-bit, it works with red footage, it works with everything. Like it doesn't work with B-RAW. Sorry. It doesn't work with everything. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's like if you're on a PC and you work with a Blackmagic camera, cool. Like DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Like DaVinci Resolve is such a beast of a program that even after 3-4 years of just using it, like there's stuff, like there's pages I don't even go onto the Fusion page that often because it's like, okay, I don't need that. As an editor, standalone editor, you don't really need all those features. Like it's a nice to have if you're a jack of all trades and you need to have everything all in one program. That's great. My workflow is After Effects. I'll render out that section and I'll drop it into Final Cut Pro because I like that workflow better. I'm faster and more versatile in After Effects. And again, just building up the plugins and everything, I can do what I need to do in that app. Okay, let's so I want to thank you for restoring my faith in Final Cut Pro's future. Honestly, I thought it's doomed before watching your streams. Hope that the video team will get more freedom after they're done with AR. Yeah, that's a big thing that's coming. Like the spatial video that they're going to need to be able to handle and work with. I think Final Cut Pro is hugely ready for it, if that makes any sense. I think Final Cut Pro is going to be, it's going to be one of the only ones that handles it precisely. And so if they can get AR or the augmented glasses to take off, and it's going to be such a niche product that I think they're going to be able to ease into it, which is okay. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But they have to keep adding to it, which is okay. And again, like just knowing how product development works, as I used to work with a company as the product manager. So I understand how iterations go and the fights that you can get into with the upper-ups, with the higher-ups, and talking about like, no, let's add this feature. And they're like, no, this is what we need to focus on. And like, literally your idea is squashed. So I'm pretty sure there are a lot of the engineers are saying, look, this is what the people are asking for. And they're like, that's great, but this is the product that we're releasing soon. Make sure that people can do the spatial audio editing and make it flawless in that. It's that whole standpoint. Don't break it, make it better, and it has to work the first time. Because the backlash that they got for Final Cut Pro not working properly, that went downhill very quickly. All right, let's do a giveaway for a copy of the course. Let me bring that up. Boop. Where is it? So, access to my course. We're going to do a giveaway for it right now. If you're interested, all you have to do is It'd be good if I unmuted. So it's the best guess between 1 and 1,000. Yeah, audio's back. I'm pretty sure audio's back. Yeah? Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. Wait, don't start yet. So I'm gonna say, we're gonna, all the numbers that are there, I'm gonna start. So after I write start, and then after I write stop. Okay, so best guess between 1 and 1,000. When I type stop, that's the last one that's gonna be in there. I found out that's the best way because of this delay. So once you see me write stop, done. So put in your numbers right now. Let me see those numbers for access to the Final Cut Pro Masterclass Enhanced Editing. I know there's a big delay. So, where is it? What numbers are you guys going to guess? Let's see. And make sure while you're doing that, hit the like button. Wow, there's a big delay. All good. Okay, here we go. Get in there. Any last numbers? Because I'm about to hit stop. All right. And that's a stop. So 380, who's closest? Jeremy, I'm looking at you. 375, I don't think anyone is any closer. So Jeremy Swanson. Woohoo! It's like you knew. It's like you knew. Nicely done. So Jeremy, make sure you hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram. I will get you set up. I'll need your email address. So make sure you put that into Instagram. Find me on Instagram at Raf Ludwig. Or you can find me on Twitter. That is cool too. So I have another one to give away, and I have a Motion VFX $100 gift card that I'm going to be giving away as well. So make sure if you know people that would benefit from this course, make sure they get to this stream and they are watching it with you guys. All right. I can't see where, oh, that's why. Ha. Yeah, make sure if you know people that but want to learn the most of Final Cut Pro, make sure that you get them here and be like, hey guys, watch this stream. But yeah, let's talk about some of the other things that came from the update. So another big thing that came from the update is dupe detection. Where is it? I don't think I have any dupe detection in here, do I? But yeah, it wasn't anything too crazy. So log wheels, yes, 100% I think would be fantastic for Final Cut Pro. Like if they got themselves up to, where is it? Edit scene. No, not that one. I gotta switch that back out. Bam! Final Cut Pro. Bam. All right. So what's your wish list for Final Cut Pro? Because mine is text-based editing for sure, because I really do feel that is huge, especially for a lot of editors that work with scripted content, that work with long interviews, like being able to transcribe right in your NLE and then see that. Because time and time again for because I've been doing this for about 20 years. And I found that every time we do an interview, very first thing that people ask for is a transcript so we can do a paper edit. So even before we watch anything, and there were whole transcription services which were crazy expensive, like people literally watching this and typing out everything that was being said, and then you would get a Word document and with the time code stamped, and it was great because producers can then go and read the script and be like, and they would build a story from these interviews, right? Because they can put in keywords, they can put in like phrases and be like, I remember them saying something about this, and they can find the instances where they talked about that. So that's huge for the documentaries, for interviews, for podcasts, for anything like that. Like that's it. It's a major win. That needs to come to Final Cut Pro. And if you don't have Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve, the studio, because the transcript stuff is only available in the studio, you can actually go to, let me find it. It's riverside.fm/transcription. Let me bring that up. So if you need transcriptions and you're only working with Final Cut Pro, riverside.fm/transcription. So I'm going to put that into the chat. Make sure that it's the right one. So this, you just take an audio clip, you export the audio clip from your timeline that you're working with, and press transcribe, you drop it here, it'll transcribe the entire thing, and then you can export it as captions or transcription. It has multiple options. It is free. Most of the time it had no problems, but sometimes it has like a 15-minute, like it just stops transcribing after a 15-minute clip. So if you have a longer clip, just export your audio clips into 15-minute chunks. But it's right there. And so I use this in conjunction with Final Cut Pro. Well, I used to before I had, because I have the Adobe Creative Cloud, I'm using all of these. So if you have questions, if you're subscribed to the channel or not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And you have questions about DaVinci Resolve, Premiere Pro, After Effects, just find a video that I'm talking about something like that and ask me that question, because I try to respond to every single question. Like, I've built this channel literally earning one sub at a time. I'm literally trying to create a channel where I'm as honest about the gear that I use, the processes, the workflows, like what actually works, not what the hype is. Ooh, false color. That, yeah, false color would be awesome. Like, just to quickly glance at what, if you're exposed properly, right in, yeah. So magic mask, better captioning, yep. Better smart conforms and reframing, that would be good. Better color correction. I think the color correction is pretty good. It can get better. Yeah, you're right. Automation, for example, I have to make almost all my individual clips into grouped clips to apply add motion. There's no way to automate that. That's interesting. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but like, for example, say if you're using a plugin that's like an adjustment layer, where is it? CamRig. So if you're using CamRig, right, and we want to do something fancy, like it rotating in. Oops. Okay, I said fancy, not crazy. Jeez, man. So let's say we want to do something like this, where it flies into the background. We're gonna zoom it out. So like, say you wanted to create something like this. And just for now, I'm gonna turn off the camera blur. I don't want that. So say you wanted to create something like this, but you wanted Oh, wait. Sorry. Thanks for flagging that, guys. Thank you. So, say you want to create something like this. I'm trying to do two things at once, people. I'm trying to do two things at once. My brain gets split, literally. It's like, okay, I gotta look. Am I showing the right thing? Thank you. Yeah, I could be, but I love Final Cut Pro. I cannot quit Final Cut Pro. Yep. So, say you wanted to create something like this, but I want it. So I'm gonna turn off the background in. All good, Joe. All good, Joe. Yeah, you guys catch me on this stuff. It's good. I love it. So if I wanted to have this animate out, background opacity, but I can't see what's behind, right? So do I need to just lift that from the storyline? So I can't see what is actually behind Aaron here. So I want it to be like a multi-screen, like screen kind of pops up. A lot of people don't know that you can take the clip, because I want to see this, and you can go into your blend modes, which is under the video tab, compositing, and then you have a behind. You can actually move your clip above everything else, above the adjustment layer, and then tell Final Cut Pro to force Final Cut Pro to push it underneath. So you can actually have all these adjustment layers that would normally affect everything, but tell Final Cut Pro, no, don't affect this, but put it behind in the stacking order, because that's essentially what it's doing. So the behind blending mode is such a powerful little compositing tool. And I talk about this and a whole bunch of other stuff in the course, where I kind of dissect and like, oh, did you know that Final Cut Pro can do this? And I go into it. And it's 70 videos long, which is a year's worth of YouTube content for me. Like, it's almost 11 hours worth of content in that course. Like, it's crazy. And I'm actually excited now, because now I can go back to making YouTube videos about like, oh, like this is cool, check this out. Or like, this is a piece of gear that I'm using, and I want to get back into that. And I'm also going to talk about how I built the course and what tools I use to help me create faster and better. And right now, this is in Ecamm, but I do this effect a lot, and I use the Final Cut Bros picture-in-picture effect. It's fantastic. Make sure you go check out the Final Cut Bro. Let me get that up for you guys. So what else? So false color. So text-based editing and integrated magic mask without paying $288 for third-party and captioning. Yeah, like, there are things that Final Cut Pro just needs to have in it. Now, what if they go to a subscription model and they release like Final Cut Studio, which has all these tools built into it? Would you guys switch over at that point? That's the big question. I think that may be partly why Apple isn't doing too much just yet, because they don't have a big enough reason for people to switch over. Like, could that be it? Could that be one of the biggest reasons why? Could that be one of the biggest reasons why people are like, hey, it's oh, where is it? All right, go. So yeah, these are Dylan's plugins that I use all the time. Guys, go check it out. He's awesome. Where is he? Where is it? Yeah. Oh, he had a whole sale on, but it's over. Sorry, you guys missed it. Final Cut Pro has brought in over 100,000 subs. Congratulations, that's awesome. And I've always dreamed of getting better at it. But yeah, the current situation in Russia makes it very difficult to afford. Well, we're going to be playing for another round. So let's, we're gonna do that very soon. There's another opportunity for you. Vernam, we'll see what we can do. Just guess the right number. That's all you do. Yes, it would be cool if you could reattach the audio. That's one of my biggest fears is like if you, if I detach the audio here, there's no way to reattach the audio, and that scares me. Because that's a destructive action right there. So for me, what I do is I typically I'll duplicate, or I'll just option command, and then I'll detach the audio, and then just mute that, because I don't ever want to be in a situation where it's like, oh, how do I get back to that? Like, I'm pretty sure you could reveal in browser, and then you would be able to drag it back in with the audio. So that's one way to do it, but it's still the same amount of steps, where this is just like, oh, if I want to go back, I can just boop, done. So yeah, you can just select the clip, right click, go reveal in browser. It brings up the original clip with the audio. And then you can just go to the beginning and press Q, and it drops it in with your audio again. So there's plenty of tips like that in my course. Anyways, I found that while I was building each module, I would just talk about stuff and then get to a point where it's like, oh, and one of the coolest things, and then I would just like go on this little tangent and talk about why that's important and why you can do that. And like, even when I am talking about the browser or like importing or the, so even the first chapter is just jam packed with that. And I do that throughout the entire process. So I wanted it to feel like, oh, there's actually things to learn. I don't just, kind of go through the projects and the courses and the lessons and just talk about like literally reading the manual. It's not a reading the manual kind of thing. But yeah, there's the behind the scene, there's the reveal in browser. I know that there's a huge gripe for people saying that Final Cut Pro hasn't been updated quickly enough. And it's not that they're talking about like, oh, the app is not that great. Everyone that uses the app loves it. There's two kind of Final Cut Pro users. Ones that have spent more than a week on it and will never go back, and the ones that opened it once in 2011 and just said nope and never went back to it. I know that, I'm joking. Like, there's a lot of people that have checked out Final Cut Pro and they keep coming back to it, but there are some things that are just like, no, they're on a PC. They will never use Final Cut Pro. Great. But then there are people that only work with Premiere because everything has to be collected and packaged and archived in their workflow, or they need to pass it off to a whole bunch of different editors to work in tandem. That's another big thing that Final Cut Pro just needs to figure out. They have iCloud. Why can't there be an integration between Final Cut Pro and iCloud where two people can be working on the same project locally, and then it merges. You know, like you just do sync and then merges overall. So I hate that the media management and the way that everything has to cache and store locally. Now, what do you mean by locally? Because what I do, and I recommend this like right from the get-go, is you go to your settings and go to general, not general, where is it? Import, no, sorry, not settings. What am I doing? So you go to your library, you click on your library, and then you click on modify. Is it modify? No, where is it? Geez, why can't I remember? Okay, there we go. So you go click on your library, and you can set this up right from the beginning on every library. So you go to library, and then in cache, you can choose to move this into not your, it's not within the library. So let me just put it in the same place. Where is it? Right here, right there. Final Cut Pro. And this one is course. That's in here. Okay. So you set your cache to be in the same folder as the project. Or you can set it to be on an external drive. It doesn't matter. Because this is a huge media management tip, I guess, where once that is done, do you want to move your render files? No, I don't want to. When you set this up from the beginning, you don't have to do that. But what it does is it creates, let me see if I can show this to you. Where is it? Show Finder. Yeah, there we go. So what this does is it creates, where is it? No, I need to go into here. There we go. So what that does, it creates a cache in the same folder. And then this can get, you know, hundreds of gigabytes. Like this can get crazy. But then you just go delete. No problem. So then you go back to Final Cut Pro, you start doing stuff, you know, let's just, let's go crazy and let's render that one clip. Yeah, fantastic. Did it switch over? Just want to make sure I did save it. Yeah, enhanced editing course. Okay, cool. Oh, I deleted the wrong one. Sorry. So I'm going to delete this one. So I delete that, and then you go back, and look, it instantly came back. So, okay, I'm going to delete it again. It's deleted. Nothing there, right? Not happening. It's not just popping back. But I'm going to go back to Final Cut Pro now. So you can't see me doing that, but watch what happens. I'm going to render a clip. And it immediately pops back in. I start rendering a clip, and you can see it growing as it's rendering. So that's what I do. You can save the cache separately from the library. I try to save everything. Like that's why, if you look, my Final Cut Pro library, or sorry, my enhanced editing course, it's only 600 megabytes. Like it's not crazy. Like the cache is out. And that way you can just go and type in cache and look for your Final Cut Pro caches and just delete them off your system completely. Like you don't have to go into, you don't have to open up the Final Cut Pro projects. You don't have to do any of that kind of stuff and then delete all the extra, because all that cache is in there. Like the render files, the unused, the analyzing and all that is all set up in there. And then at the same time, you can see I have my original media, I have optimized media, proxy media, all out of the library. Because at any point I can just grab this, grab these. Like if I want to grab this, and then I can just drag that and put it onto a whole nother drive, and it will all link together. Or I can, if I know someone has all the footage, I can just grab the Final Cut Pro course, and then just give them the project if they already have it. But they won't need the optimized media or original media. Well, they'll need the original media. But you can just recreate that on their end. Yeah, I have background rendering is completely off. That's another thing that I chat about a lot. So yeah, if you go into enhanced edit, or if you go into your library up here in the top left, and then you click on modify settings, you can tell the media to be in the library or in a specific folder. I typically like to have the project and the media, the optimized media, the original media, the proxy media, all in the same folder as the Final Cut Pro project, because then it's easy to find. And I do the same thing with the cache. I try to extract those two. I like to have that kind of control. It's one of the things that frustrates me about DaVinci Resolve, where they have their whole database. But that's a whole other thing. Okay, let's do another giveaway. Shall we do another giveaway? Give me a thumbs up if you guys are watching and you want to do a giveaway. So I'm gonna transfer over to that and make sure that we still have audio. So we're going to start that again. I'm gonna press start. So that's the start of the next pass. Gimme, gimme, that's right. So how do I feel about color finale with the new version? I haven't used color finale enough yet with the new version, so hopefully it doesn't break. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna put it up. So the numbers are still going. So your first number after start. As the numbers are rolling in, I'm just gonna put in the final color finale. Let's see. Still seems to be doing okay. Yeah, everything's good. Layers. Nothing seems to be completely broken. I'm just looking at it in the background, just in case if it melted. I didn't want to have Final Cut melt in front of your faces. Okay. So put in your numbers. Make sure you guys get your number in. The closest number between 1 and 1,000 will get access to my course, Enhanced Editing Final Cut Pro Masterclass. And then we're going to do one more giveaway relatively quickly after this one for $100 for Motion VFX plugin, because I know you guys already love Final Cut Pro. So it is there to help you guys and streamline. And today's also the last day to get $50 or 50% off on some things. So you may be able to save even more. Has the stream been going okay? Because I've literally been getting flashed on by YouTube here. It's saying I need to change my resolution. Did I just see 666? If that's what it lands on. Okay, ready? So I'm just gonna hit stop, type it in. You guys have a few more seconds to put it in. So that's that, and stop. Okay, 412. Who is the closest to 412? So we got 450. Is there anyone else closer to 450? Hassan, I think you are the winner unless I am not seeing something. Wait, 450, but 380, which is closer? Someone do the math for me. Who's closer? So 380, that is 32, and 412, that's 38. I think we have, sorry Hassan, I think J Greg 95 actually gets it. I meant to say, Joe, you should have said that. Yeah, so J Greg, I think you are the winner. Am I doing that math right? Let me know. Yeah, it was close. That was so close. So close. So yeah, J Greg 95. If you where is you? So yeah, you squeaked it out. Nicely done. Yeah, so make sure you find me on Instagram, Raf Ludwig, or you can search for Capricorn 8 as well. So we can get that done, and I can get you into the course. Nice. So where are we? What are we looking at? We're looking at this. So yeah, let's just chat about the course, not the course, Final Cut Pro. So my future thinking for Final Cut Pro is that they have an audio mixer lined up, or the idea on how to do it. They have that. It's a matter of them just going, okay, put it in. I feel that they have the transcription capabilities because it's already in the Mac OS. It's already in the iPhone. It's already in the iPad. It's already in all these things that they have it available. Now it's just a matter of implementing it and just connecting the things and like, okay, the time code to this and this clip and just packaging it nicely. It's there. And I know they can do it because they're able to do it in real time with your voicemail. It's right there. Like I'm watching it in real time, transcribing voicemails that are being recorded. Like that's craziness. And it's awesome. And I just put it into a tool that people have paid for on top of that. Now, could it be that they're just like, okay, like they made a big mistake that like, oh, we should have done it where, you know, the way they had Final Cut Studio and Final Cut Pro 7 and before that, where every time there was a big number change, it was a new price point. And they went from Final Cut 4, 5, 6, and 7, and there was always an upgrade. It was $1,000 for the whole package. So could Final Cut Pro 11 really be around the corner? And it's just gonna be like, yo, if you want it, you know, $500 or subscription. Would you guys do that? Would you guys go into it? I know for one, I would easily, like whatever it is, I'm gonna be there. Like I have Premiere Pro, I have Final Cut Pro, I have DaVinci Resolve, and I have Avid. I use all those professionally. I also have Cinema 4D, I have After Effects, I have, geez, what else do I have? I have, you name it, I probably been use it. So just explain to me why would it be a deal breaker? I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious because I know that they're talking about this. Like if it was $5 a month, was that a deal breaker? If it was $10 a month, is that a deal breaker? If like how low would it need to be? Because like $5 a month, that works out to $50 a year, $60 a year. So it's not crazy to continually have updates to it. Like I don't see why it wouldn't be like my guess it would be $9.99. It would be $10. It would be $10 a month. That's my guess. Because it would have more features than the iPad version would. So like I think that would be the sweet spot. I think people would be like, I could do that. Like Premiere Pro by itself is $20. And Apple is a hardware company, so I always joke that Final Cut Pro is already a subscription because you renew your subscription every time you buy a new computer, right? Because those computers, they're expensive. They're expensive. And, you know, if you buy the entry-level ones, you have like 3 to 5 years before it goes like, you know. So you wouldn't, because in this case, it automatically loses competition against Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. Yes, but what if they went Final Cut 11 for $300? So it's like you have to buy up into it. There's a lot of people that had 7, they had to pay $300 to buy into Final Cut 10. Yeah, I think if they made it $5 a month, I don't think they would, because they want to show that, like, no, Final Cut Pro on the desktop is a little bit different. Like, unless they merge those two apps and you can use them interchangeably, that would be something different. So I would pay for an upgrade, but $100 at most. So if they had an upgrade package, they would do that. Yeah, I think they did that. If you had Final Cut 6 and you wanted to go to 7, there was an upgrade fee. Like, it was like a third of the price. But if you want to buy it brand new, it was $300. Yeah, that's a good point, where Resolve being free, that's not crazy either. Where if they made Final Cut Pro 10 free, as it is, just anyone that wants it gets it. Anyone that's bought it in the last year gets a free upgrade to 11. But then Final Cut 11, anyone that has Final Cut 10 pays, you know, $100, $150 for the upgrade, and then it's $300 for the full package, anyone brand new that hasn't bought it. That could be the solve. That could be the kind of thing where they have Final Cut 10 as, like, you know, the bare bones, no machine learning stuff, none of that. It's just what it is right now. So anyone that still uses it, it will still get updates, but they won't get all the new cool features that are machine learning intensive, and, you know, the training models that need to be there. Which site did I use to do this lottery? Oh, that's a good question. Which one was it? Let's see. Give me a second. I gotta edit the widget, and I can tell you. It's this one. So let me just cancel that. That's the site that I use for the it's randomnumbergenerator.org. So I'm entirely okay with buying Final Cut 11 even for $500 because the keyword here is buying. That's a good point. What I hate about subscription is that you don't even own the software, you just lend it. Well, Apple may do that because they allow you to lease to own. That's the difference. Yeah, you're right. You still own it. At the end of it, you still own it. But then they do have it where at the end of the 2 years, you can just bring it in and you get a new one. So I don't know. So it takes time to get really good at these tools. From gear to software, I prefer the option for an annual major update. That way I can settle into the process and not feel forced into constant paying. Yeah, you're right. I see that. Okay, let's do a draw for Motion VFX, $100 gift card. Start plowing in your numbers now. I'm going to put in the start. It's a $100 Motion VFX gift card. And I guess I should press start. Bam, there we go. And while I'm at it, there is a free preview for the course. You can check out, there's a few lessons that are open for you to see how it is. Yeah, definitely sign up. There is a community portion of it as well. But yeah, if if it's something that you guys want to do and you want to get really good at Final Cut Pro and you want me to be your teacher, I'm really proud of this course. It's something that I've been wanting to work on for a long time, and I finally got around to getting to it and getting it done. I've been working on it for quite some time, and it's lifetime updates. It's going to, if Final Cut Pro goes to Final Cut 11, I will update it to include all that new stuff and just keep going with it. It's my favorite NLE to work with, and there is a path where you work with this one and you can, you know, use the other ones to kind of finesse it. Yeah, $1. I'd buy that for $1. All right, so yeah, keep putting in your numbers. This is for $100 of $100 Motion VFX gift card. That's a good question. You've already won, so I'm gonna say let someone else have a chance. So even if it lands on 215, you've already won. Make sure you connect with me on Instagram. There's a link is in the bio somewhere. You guys can find it there. So make sure you guys are getting in there with your numbers. There's only a few numbers, so the chances look pretty good. I'm gonna stop very soon. All right, here we go. I'm stopping it in 3. Oh, there's a few more coming. Come on, come on. Give me the numbers. Give me the numbers. Give them. Show me the numbers. Show me the numbers. Let them go. All right. So it's your first number that you posted. Here we go. I'm stopping it right now. Doing the stop. Bam. So nothing after that. Here we go. Boop. All right. 686. Did 666 actually win? Oh, that was from before. That was close. So 625, 686, 625. What's closer? Yeah, 625. I think we have a winner. So wait, 750 and 625. So who's closer? Guys, help me out with the math here. So I have 750, so that is 66 away, and then 625 is 50. Which one? 625 is closer. Is that correct? I just want to double check. Guys, help me out with my math here. I'm a Final Cut editor, damn it. Not a mathematician. Okay. So 686 minus 625 is 61. 61. There you go. Me, please. Yes, it is you. Congratulations. You got the $100 gift card from Motion VFX to spend how you like. And today is the last day. So I would go buy some stuff today because you can get a whole bunch of, there's 30% off, a whole bunch of stuff. So if there is some stuff, just make sure you use one of my promo codes. Not promo codes, just use the link because then I get a little bit of kickback if you buy something. So yeah, congratulations on that. But yeah, so that is that. This is where we're at. So again, enhancededit.com is the course that launched today. It's $250. You can use enhanced 100 to get $100 off of the course. All in all, I'm going to be making some more videos and tutorials around Final Cut Pro that kind of highlight just how awesome Final Cut Pro is and why it's one of my favorite. Though my next favorite is DaVinci Resolve, and that's what I'm going to be planning for the masterclass next year, where I'm going to talk about everything. I don't know if I'll go into Fusion too much in that course because that is a course onto itself. Like that, it's so big. I may delve into a few things. I'm definitely going to talk about the 4 essential audio plugins you need to know in DaVinci Resolve. I actually, if you go to Dylan Bates, the Final Cut Bros channel, he posted a video today where one of the lessons, the modules, is actually up on his channel. It's the 4 audio plugins you need to know as an editor. It's a lesson from the course, so go check it out. It's a free sample that's up there. It talks about the compressor, the de-esser, the limiter, and the channel EQ as the 4 major plugins that you need to know as a Final Cut Pro editor. As for the rest of it, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Thanks for hanging out with me today. It has been fun. Go check out the course, sign up for the free preview, and I will talk to you guys in the very next one. Have a great day, guys. Bye.